I got a taco in my mouth.
You do got a taco in your mouth. And you know what else? I get to start dealing crack here this spring.
Yeah!
Yeah, you're all going to be buying some shit from me. Because you know what? My kid's a Girl Scout now.
Damn.
So you know what that means?
Diabetes and my wallet's going to cry.
Fall.
Hell yeah. Y'all going to join me on the Beat Us bus.
I'm off the pod. I think is when Alex has made a lot of these diabetes references. But Alex is saying diabetes a lot today. Is everything going all right with you?
Do you got the diabetes?
Are you scared?
Do you want the diabetes?
I don't want. No. I don't think. I don't
I'm-
think anyone
I'm
really
gonna give
wants
you the diabetes. You're going to be ended up getting it.
Wait, are we becoming blood brothers today? Is that
That's
how it
right.
works?
That's right.
We're just gonna share. Just gonna mix our blood here.
But you don't get the fun diabetes that way. You get the bad stuff. I got the type 1.
Oh.
Found out, so that sucks.
That's the like your pancreas don't work.
Yeah, and I'm allergic to insulin, so my shit's all fucked up.
Damn, your.
But do you get
pancreas don't
Ozempic
work?
yet?
I can get Ozempic if I want, but it's not going to do anything except for make me a little bit less fat.
Hell yeah.
But, you know.
Hey
yeah.
man, it did wonders for Trump. Sorry, first political reference.
But yeah, man, my daughter's recently become a Girl Scout, and first fucking meeting, we're already selling shit. We're doing our fucking nuts and chocolates right now. So I'll be taking all you guys' money for that. So that way she can go and sleep with the wolves at the end of the month. She
That's
gets to go
awesome.
sleep with wolves. And I told her, it's like, well, you better be like the little spoon so you stay warm because it's getting cold out there. She's like, Daddy, that's not what that means. Like, that's what you said? You're going to go sleep with the wolves, right? Like, I'll sleep by the wolves. Like, well, that's bullshit. If I'm paying all this money, you better be able to go cuddle with them.
Exactly.
Speaking of it getting cold, Doug's got the fucking heater on in here. First,
I was going to ask about that,
dude,
too.
The
It's
first
80 degrees outside.
breeze of a chill, like crisp air, and Doug's got the heater on.
Well, it was like cold last night.
I've been sitting outside like whenever I could today, just because it's like the first, nice good air before like it gets too cold, which will happen probably in like a few weeks briefly. But I was just sitting there, everyone's like, oh man, it's a cold one today. I'm like, shut up, this is the good period.
That's right.
I will admit, when I got on my bike to ride over here, I was like, it is a little more chilly.
Oh, yesterday was super windy too, and then
Dude,
today was
fucking
kind of windy.
wind.
That's what it was for me yesterday. That's why I got these things out. Is because heard that wind going, and I was like, my feet are a little chilly. Let's get those heaters on.
Dude, that fucking wind last night blew one of the air conditioners out of the windows.
Shit.
So I'm outside in fucking my underwear and a sweatshirt at 11 o'clock at night trying to fix the window.
So you're lacking on the getting the air conditioner inside also.
I still haven't taken the plastic off a couple of the windows from 2 winters ago.
Oh gosh.
So, I keep it good at my house.
Yeah.
We're set for the weather no matter what.
We
Winter could hit in July, and I'd be fine.
we didn't do our air conditioners are still set up too.
Yeah, no, mine's out now. It's on the ground, and that's where it's going to stay until I decide to move it.
I don't control the temperature in my place, so I don't know.
That kind of sucks, though.
Oh my god. It gets so hot at night sometimes. And then other times it's like they just don't turn it on, and then Okay, so the wall in my room, there's a door. It's not meant to be an apartment. They just kind of put soundproofing on that entire wall, and my head is right against the door. So a nice little breeze comes in during the winter, and it gets very cold.
Jeez.
And then they slam the door all the time. It's right there.
Yeah, isn't there a business like on the other side or something?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Well, there's a couple apartments on the back and then the fucking printing business on the front.
I feel like there used to be agencies that would like go to a place like that and be like, you can't do this.
Brother, you can hear me snoring when I'm sleeping
Yeah, like
through the door.
There's some goofy shit on some of these old buildings.
hey,
around
you might
here.
be able to tell me this. Actually, something I've been wondering for a while. Our local game store, which I don't know if I should name or not, but shout out to our local game store.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll just have Alex say if we can do it. I was wondering, do they just live there?
Well, yes. So where the store's at, is on the same property as the house behind it.
Yeah.
That's
Okay, the
all
house is
one
behind
property.
it.
Yes, the house is behind it. It is
Okay.
separated. There's a yard there.
Because there's always cars parked there.
Yes.
And I was like, I know they're closed right now, but also the way, like, I swear to God, right where the register is, there's a room, there's an open door, and it's like, does that just go into their house? Is that their living room right there?
No,
You know?
so there's a back workroom, and then there's an office room there, and then go out through the back door, and that goes to the house. But yeah, no, that is a very old property, and it's all one fucking property between the shop and the house.
I would, if I was a rich person, I'd buy the property so that I could have my storefront right where my house is.
It's kind of nice. But so that when that was her dad's store before he passed, it was a model train, computer repair, and gun store.
Oh, gee. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, like that's if he just did whatever the hell he wanted because whatever. I own the
They're
property.
still trying to get rid of the model train stuff too.
And it goes every now and then. Like, you know, if I had the space, I'd set up some model trains downstairs.
Yeah.
But I have children who'd want to touch my toys, and I can't do that.
Hey guys, I say we make a train right now.
What the fuck, man?
Wow.
It was an option. It's a fun.
Okay, so if anyone wants to run a train on Alex, I guess he's asking for it now.
Yes.
That's not what I meant. I meant make a train.
Comment below if you
train
want
are
to
you
make a
trying to
train on
make?
Alex.
They sold model trains.
I mean, what do you want to do? Like those big tables that you see in movies where they have like the train run around. There's a bunch of figurines everywhere.
So there used to be 3 of those tables in there with like really cool mountainscape and everything. Like it was fucking sweet.
we should redo that with like D&D and Warhammer figurines on there. There's a great battle going on.
But Amtrak gotta fucking get through, goddammit.
Yeah. But the public infrastructure never stops.
Make it a WOG train on tracks. Just go around.
Look, man, Joe Biden loves Amtrak. He's gonna fund that shit no matter what hellscape it goes through, whether it's Acadia or Philadelphia, war-torn country or not.
The Eye of Terror or Barstow. Man.
But yeah, it's a cool thing. Like I know you guys haven't lived out here before that, but it was a fun store for being trains and guns and random shit.
That
Yeah.
does sound fun. Trains and guns and random shit. And a PC repair place is needed. There's that guy in here that in town. I do need to go to him.
I don't know if I've ever seen that place open or
Yeah.
anyone in there.
I don't know if any. I don't think it's opened anymore, man.
I don't know.
I mean, is the ad still in the newspaper?
Oh no, I've just seen that guy. I know who the guy is.
You know who the guy is?
Oh.
Yeah, I walked in there a couple of years ago, and I had a bunch of. This is my old laptop too. I had a bunch of stickers on there. One was a Rick and Morty sticker, and he was just went, "Oh, so you're a fan of Morty?" I was like, "Yeah, Rick and Morty, both of them. Not just Morty. Why'd you say that like that?"
You look like a Morty guy to me.
Yeah. But he was a cool dude. Fixed my laptop. I hope he's still in business because that's my last resort if we can't get the PC thing figured out. Which I still haven't done any action on. I've been working for over a month, and I still haven't gotten that PC fixed. I bought a bunch of fucking Warhammer figurines. That's why.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to get working on all of my backlog on shit before the Christmas boxes drop because I want the Imperial Knights box.
Yeah. I was going to ask when you're free next. I was like, I'm just going to keep waiting.
We'll get it. Otherwise, just stop by our office anytime. I'm there most nights.
Oh God. Go to the DFL office. Just
Me and Doug play Magic.
Yeah.
get the full, bring all the boxes. I would also need a safe way to transport everything back once they're built.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, I think that place is open. There's another weird random shop that I'm trying to figure out how it stays open that's right next to our office. It's a Chinese foot massage. That's all it is. It's Chinese foot massage. I've been there
You want to go?
a lot. I have not seen one person ever go in there besides the little old lady that runs the place. I've seen no customers, no nothing. It's like, what are we actually doing here, lady?
Yeah.
I kind of want to go, and I hope it's a gambling den.
So you're from San Diego too. You know about Soma, right?
About what?
Soma, like that region.
Oh, yep.
The region by Soma and everything. So, right nearby there's a strip club. There's like a couple alleyways between the strip club and Soma, and in that alleyway, there is a random Thai massage parlor place.
Oh, okay.
When I discovered that,
It's off Rosecrans, right?
well, it's like literally in the alley.
Yeah.
So I don't know if there's a name for the alley,
Okay.
but yeah, it is off road. Like the area is right off Rosecrans, and it's one of those things where
Hobby Alley.
me and my friends, including like Alex knows because we made the joke too. We never went and checked out what it was though, but we were sitting there like, there ain't no way because the sex shop is right next to the strip club. I was like, there ain't no way that like if there's a place where you could get the actual like happy ending, like completely illegal by the way, guys, massages. It was probably that place.
Yes. Guys, just so you know, please don't spend any money to get some little Asian lady to jerk you off.
Yeah.
That can get you in trouble.
Yeah. All jokes aside, that's illegal. Don't do it.
Yes.
Also,
Yeah.
there's like
Don't do it.
But yeah, this place is totally doing something like that though, because I've been there a lot, and I have not seen one fucking person go in there, and she's open till like 9 at night. In
what
the
if
middle
she
of this
just
little
gives
fucking-
really just changes people's lives, you know?
No one goes in there. She's just in there making soup. I fucking love soup, man.
She's like a streamer.
So one of you guys, well, fuck, dude, who knows?
Actually, that would be funny. You like go in there, she's just streaming like
Yeah.
playing Fortnite or some shit.
Hey guys.
OnlyFans. So there, went from Twitch Fortnite out. Alex makes one motion of the hand. Yep. OnlyFans.
Oh,
One kick.
Well, maybe, but
2 more subs and
Oh my.
maybe if you let her film doing the massage on your feet, it's cheaper because then she puts it up on the internet.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
And so
I
she
just
only needs
realized
one
that-
person a year.
Yeah. Foot fetishes are in right now.
Yeah, one of you guys are going to have to go in there and get fucking jerked off to let me know how it goes.
I mean, I could probably go in there and actually get my foot massaged too because I have chronic foot pain.
I go in there. She's like, "Get those feet out of here! Don't come back."
She's like, no, please pull your dick out instead. Get those feet away from me, please. Trying to run a business. here.
I'd rather deal with your 2x4 can.
I still think it'd be funny to go to a nail salon like right after I trim my nails, just for them to be like, "Holy fuck!" Like with what's left of the nail, even though I trim it, because like they're fucked. Like they need to go.
Those are tree climbing feet.
No, when I trim them, it's like right at the base of my foot, but like the ingrown, like it's just so gnarly, it's so gnarled.
That doesn't
And the
sound
nails,
good, dude.
the nails are so thick. I'm like Sabretooth.
Yeah,
You know.
you do need. You're the one that needs to go get pedicures, my man. Like,
Well, that's literally it. But I can't. My feet are too sensitive.
Don't tickle me, I'll cry.
They'll tickle the shit out of me. Dude.
That he's not kidding, man. Like one day he was sleeping, and this was after we were homeless for like a while. His mom grabs his feet, and he almost kicked her in the head.
oh god.
He does have sensitive feet. Don't touch his feet.
Alex went like so many places with that story just now. Where I was
Sorry.
like, "Wait, what? Did my mom stick her foot through the fucking like the car window to grab me?"
No, it was just one of the times when I think we just went to her house for some reason. I think we both passed out.
Do you have?
Oh yeah.
Do you have a foot bath?
Like the little foot spa thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, I need... Okay, so my phone SIM card isn't working still. I still haven't got that to go. Because, by the way, let me complain about this real quick, even though it's like an ADHD moment of off topic. They need to send a code to my phone to verify my account so I could activate my SIM card on my phone that doesn't have service. How am I going to get the fucking text message?
Jeez Louise.
That's fucking dumb.
That counts for both for like 2 versions of it, or even it was like I sent them by email and they're like okay, but we're gonna send it to your phone.
And you're like, I can't. My
Yeah.
phone ain't working.
The other version was like, we can call or whatever.
Man.
But I don't have Wi-Fi calling on my phone because it's out of service. It's one of the things that don't let you, I guess.
That reminds me of an old friend story.
If your SIM card does not work, you can't use like Wi-Fi shit.
I can't use Wi-Fi calling, like the phone call.
Oh.
I can use the Facebook phone thing,
Oh, okay.
and I could obviously use Wi-Fi. But all right, sorry, Alex.
Stupid.
Oh, I was just
That is
just saying
stupid,
that
though.
reminds me of a story my friend told where like her doctor died. A doctor that did like her surgery or something, and they were trying to get a hold of that person. They're like, "Oh no, he's dead." And it's like, "Well, we need to reach him." And we're like, "Well, he's dead." What do you want me to do? He's dead. Well, we need to talk to him.
We need to know the information.
Let me get my Ouija board.
Yeah, and what sucks is obviously because this is a big company, you call customer service, and I'm talking to someone in Malaysia, you know, and I'm just like, I know you. I don't want to be mean to you,
Yeah.
but bro,
I'm going to though.
Yeah, I'm about to call you slurs. No,
We hear enough of those at parades.
yeah, sorry, Malaysia, it's on. I can be racist, you know, because that's Asia. India, still Asia, but I feel bad about that one.
What?
Close enough to China.
I was
is
wrong.
what I'm
This is
saying.
the return of the Chud.
Yeah.
Chud strikes back.
It's one of those things about, or, you know, people will be like, oh, that's, you know, I could say that I'm this. You know, that's basically what I'm saying. Because I'm a little bit Chinese.
No, he's not. All right, I'm telling you right now, this dude's 100% white.
Yeah.
I've known him my entire life. Totally white.
He's 100%.
The only Asian in him is Caucasian.
The only Asian in him is cock. I can't believe that shit's in Turkey.
Caucasus Mountain?
Yeah.
Yeah. Not
So
a lot
when-
of white people there anymore.
When people are like, oh.
Also, yes, he is Asian.
Yeah, Turkish people are white, but they're Muslim, so people immediately are like, they're not white. But it's like, yeah, they are.
They're definitely darker in what we consider like white. Like
No.
Doug can see in the dark. He's so white.
Dude, there's people that, like, from Iran and Iraq and all those countries that people call brown. They're literally just like my complexion.
Dude, you're like darker than us honkies here.
Yeah, but that's white, you know? It's just like there's a little bit of tan.
You got a little bit of that olive texture to your thing.
I don't know what turkeys you're looking at, but
Those are white people. Like,
I literally
When
just
I look
went
at-
into my
Who
phone.
you calling a turkey?
Yeah.
I literally just went into my phone. I
when
did
black people
Turkish
say
on my
jive
Google
ass turkeys,
search.
that's what they're talking about. No.
I'm about to turn into Will Ferrell on you right now. You call me Jive?
Oh my gosh. Doug, I don't remember the context of this, but Doug one time said something about like me and Jay's skin tone. Jay and my fiance, she is white, but she is literally like, she's got like she literally does have an olive complexion or whatever, even at her like palest or whatever. But the way Doug said it was like, what ethnicity do you think she is? I forgot how he said it though. He basically said that she was non-white though, but what he meant was her skin complexion. But it sounded so like, you are not pure.
Look, man, I'm
You
not
have
saying
lived some
Hitler
of the-
did a lot of good, but he did tell us who was actually white or not.
So did the 23andMe I saw on her thing. I don't think anything on there counted. Well, the Slavs are white. Slavs count as white.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like a lot of Slav. Bohemian, also white.
I'm fucking crying.
Now I'm gonna look.
I think we could probably racist this down a little bit more and be like, well, what's your primary starch? If it's potatoes, you count as white. If it's rice, no.
If it's noodles, let's flip the coin.
Yeah, depends on the sauce going on there.
You get your card back. You eat a lot of rice, Chad.
Yeah, I
Chuck.
was like, wait a minute. I do eat a lot of potatoes too, though.
Well, you're like
That
right
means
on
you're
border
white.
then.
Yeah, that is actually the epitome of like my ethnicity. I eat a lot of rice, but I also do eat a lot of potatoes.
Now, do you eat potatoes or do you eat like sweet potatoes or yams? Because those don't count, because that's a whole nother subgroup.
Oh,
no. I used to eat sweet potatoes, but I fuck with like real like russet potatoes, brown potatoes,
Okay.
yellow potatoes.
uh,
Oh God, is Doug still looking at? Are you fact checking or are you just looking at
I
pictures
can't
of Middle
stop
Eastern
looking
people?
at these turkeys.
Yeah.
I'm
Doug
looking up.
found a video of a Turkish ice cream man, and he's fascinated.
No, I'm looking.
Because like this is one of those things me and Alex had talked about a long time ago. Because he had a girlfriend who was black. She's like, I'm not black, I'm Egyptian. Which yeah, she definitely had like Middle Eastern qualities to her.
Yeah.
But she had a black skin tone because obviously Africans are in a lot of.
Egypt.
Who are
Egypt is in
they?
Africa.
I mean, they still.
He found the right turkeys.
I mean, it's one of those things. If you look at a Palestinian guy, do you see a brown person, Doug? I mean, you guys can all answer this, so I'm not just.
Oh
putting Doug on
no,
the
I'm
blast.
not touching this.
I'm confused.
No, this is all on you guys here. I wanna
What
see where this
skin
goes.
tone do you think Osama bin Laden is, guys? Quickly.
Hey man, I'm one of the good whites. I'm fine. I don't see that stuff.
Because like I think he's got like a little bit of tan complexion, but he's not like straight like like a Mexican from Baja California kind of tone, like Tijuana Mexican, Because those guys are tan, those guys are brown,
Well,
This is the racist episode. I hope you guys just enjoy
my
it.
Well, so the
God.
pictures I just showed you were Slavic.
Oh really?
Yeah.
we just
so-
killed the
yeah.
show before it
Well,
even
that's why when I
started.
pulled the pictures, like the first one was like a blonde-haired, blue-eyed chick, and I was like, "The fuck is going on here?"
Yeah.
And then like I found that one, which was like the Day of Unity march apparently, and so that's when I brought it up, and you were just like,
my God.
"This is a bunch of white people," and I'm like,
Yep.
"The fuck."
I'm not
I mean,
high
yeah,
enough for
kinda,
this
but like.
conversation.
Well, what it really comes down to is that a lot of racial bias is pretty fucking stupid.
Oh yeah, no, that's the bottom line, honestly.
Because, yeah, we can just make fun of people all day for other reasons than what they look like.
Yeah. Well, that's not even the basis of what it was. Came from my statement of like how a lot of people will racistly say Muslims are brown people when I'm like, no, they're white, because like the
If
whole
you go
basis
by
of like,
pure numbers, most Muslims are fucking Chinese and Asian and shit.
yeah. Well, there's a lot of there's also a lot of African Muslims, but I'm talking about when I should also say this is a regional thing, because people will talk about like the Middle East and like where people think like the core of Islam comes from is what I mean. And people will act like they're what are you pointing at?
Lighter.
Lighter.
Alex is playing with his balls in his pocket at this point.
Yeah, so a lot of
I'm
people,
just too sober for this
and I think
conversation.
super racist people kind of go over the concept of like, oh, these brown people, and they've said it for years. It's one of those crazy things when you look at them and you meet these people and they're like, not really that brown. Especially, maybe it is because I'm from look how Alex is maybe it is because I'm from California, where it's like, yeah, I've seen a bunch of very dark toned Mexican guys with the brown pride shirts and stuff like that. It's like, no, that's brown, and I've seen some tan white people where I'm like, nah, they're just tan. That's kind of like I see a Middle Eastern person, I'm like, yeah, that's a white person, but they're exotic, their culture's exotic, their religion is, I mean, to a Christian, exotic, and so I think that's where a lot of racist people will try to say they don't count. But as far as my eyes perceive,
They're all just a bunch of fucking honkies.
yeah. As far as my eyes perceive, like until you open your mouth and I hear the accent, they'll be like, oh, they're Middle Eastern. I don't even think like, oh, they're brown. I just go, oh shit, they're Middle Eastern. And by the way, there are obviously white, like lighter Mexicans too.
Oh, yeah. I love when you see some white guy out there and then he starts speaking Spanish and you're like, oh, shit.
Yeah, you're like,
That's
oh.
right.
Well, it's like usually white guy, black hair, like
Oh,
dark,
yeah.
really dark, eyes that are so brown that like it's like almost black also. And then
Yeah, you get down into South America, they don't even bother trying to figure out, like, well, what race or anything. It's like, no, dude, everyone's all fucked down here. It's all mixed up.
Yeah. No, I that's why yeah. I mean, I'm a mutt, You're a mutt. Almost everybody here's a mutt.
DNA test is a motherfucker down there.
Don't you tell me I am a mutt. I am pure.
Pure Spaniard over there, eh?
Oh, yes. No.
We found out, dude. He's Mexican.
He's got a little
Mexican, Peruvian, and Spanish.
bit. Oh yeah, he's got Peruvian too.
Yep. And a whole lot of Irish.
Well, probably the other standard blend of Europeans because apparently,
Us Irish know how to fuck.
yeah. Well, it's one of those things because like they never had their moment of being the what do you call it? Like the authoritarian. So you're like, how did you get everywhere? You know, like until they got in the police. I mean,
Literally just fucking around.
Yeah.
That's how.
Well, yeah, I mean, pretty much, from what I understand, like, England came over to Ireland, and they were like, we want your potatoes, and they're like, fuck. And then they deported a bunch of people out of there. And then we came to America.
And that was a huge mistake.
It was. Then we started forming a police forces, and then we started moving west, and
So
believing in
everyone out
manifest
there with a
destiny.
problem with cops, there you know who to blame. Blame the Irish.
Another group who you'd have to be like, oh, are they considered? I mean, they are considered white now.
well,
But there
see,
was a
that's
time.
not advanced level racism where you're like, you're
Yeah.
Italian, that ain't white,
Dude,
Yeah,
That was a thing.
yeah,
was
no,
a
that's
thing.
that's advanced. That's advanced
Yeah,
racism.
within recent
Yeah.
history, they did not count as white.
Mm-hmm.
And to some older Italian guys, they still don't think they're white. They're
Well,
like,
and see,
no,
that's
I'm Italian.
their starches. Because they have noodle-based starches.
Mm-hmm.
I was about to say that's egg and flour.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can say
It's
eggs
not
and starch, but-
potatoes. Potatoes is white people. You get into noodles, it starts getting tricky.
Yep,
Hey, wait, what starch is English people eating?
Potatoes.
potatoes.
They're chips and
Yeah,
fish.
like, I think they just be eating flour and water with a dash of salt. Not too much though, because it's spicy.
I don't know. Them people are full of beans.
They are.
Yeah,
Yes.
no,
Yep.
they're beans and toast.
Mm-hmm.
How the hell did that country ever rule most of the world with fucking beans and toast?
Navy.
That's
Those
how.
teeth, no one wanted to fight them. No.
When you're able to knock somebody off from about 100 yards away, you're a-okay. You're good to take over some lands. I mean, do you know how America started diplomacy with Japan?
Ice cream barges.
Close.
Mayonnaise.
Basically, a merchant ship went in, was like, "Hey, we want to trade," and Japan's like, "No," and the merchant was insistent. So Japan was like, I don't remember what it was, but basically they offended him, and so he went to America and brought over military ships. And they're like, either trade or we'll open fire, and they said no, and so we opened fire. And then we started trading from there.
Sounds like Japan needs to stop fucking around with our boats.
Well, yeah, then Japan came over and fucked with our boats again, and then we went over and was like, "What are you doing?" And they're like, "We have anime."
We'll trade you waifus.
Pretty much. We're like, you know what? You get to live because we like your art.
As someone who's played Civilization, it's really funny looking at like, you know, how those games work, and then looking at Japan and be like, "You're taking the economic route." They're like,
No,
yeah.
that's China, man.
Well, China too, but no, because they're both trying to crush us economically. But
Yeah.
like when I look at Japan, it's like, yeah, that's why Sony's going so hard. That's why Sony won't sell Spider-Man.
Well, they fucking have to do something. Their population's in a decline, so.
Oh God, you guys ever?
Robots.
It's okay. All our people are gonna move there.
I was just about to bring that up. You ever see those stupid ads? And Japan's one of them. I think Iceland's another. Where they're like, oh, they have breeder passport kind of things to like try to bring people into like.
I have never once seen that. Who the fuck would do that?
Japan hates fucking foreigners.
Yeah, they don't want your ass there. If you are not a native-born Japanese, fuck right off.
Yeah, they don't want foreigners there. Like they like tourism because they have to like tourism.
Yeah.
But like they don't want you to stay.
There's no fucking way that's an actual thing people are
Check
trying
us
to sell.
out. Don't fucking.
That's I never looked into it because I don't care. I was like,
What 3 a.m. television shows are you watching?
no, of course it's our most trusted source of information, Facebook.
Yep. Facebook.
Oh god, it's coming up on Google as an autofill.
Oh, daddy's.
Oh God! What?
No.
Yes.
No!
Yes.
Wait, what?
Japanese breeding visa autofilled on Google.
No! America,
God.
go to sleep. Go to bed. Bad America. Bad
mean,
America.
Sex tourism is very real. That's why people like Thailand so much.
Now, is it
think they
sponsored
call
by
it-
any Japanese government agencies?
I think that
I
people
right now
go on-
am on the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Japan website, and I'm going to read this.
All right.
Wait,
here we
so
go.
oh no. Oh no. Am I going to have to say go to bed Japan?
Well, so I don't know if this. So this is a specified visa, designated activities, future creation, individual, spouse, or child of future creation individual. Now that sounds very legalese to me, but that's what came up first on the Google. Holy shit, the requirements on this though. So the period of stay is for 1 year, 6 months, or a term individually designated, up to 1 year. So a max of 2 years.
Must be 6 foot tall.
So, future creation individual at the age of 18 years or older who satisfies the following conditions and wishes to participate in job hunting, entrepreneurial activity, or I don't know what the fuck this word is. There's something. Remunerative? I don't know. What's that word, Alex? You're smarter than me.
Remunerative.
There you go. Someone Google that.
Remunerative?
I don't know if you read it right either.
For 2 years. All right, but you have to have...
Let's hear it, boys.
Must prove enough personal savings to support himself in Japan for 200,000 yen. You need...
Today, Junior.
How much is 200,000 yen?
200,000 yen, if I remember. I think that's $2,000.
You want to check on your phone?
So you must have a bachelor's, master's, or PhD.
And we're out.
We're out.
And we're out, boys.
Yeah. So yeah.
Okay,
they
so
fucking-
200,000 yen is equal to 1,300 United States dollars.
I guess
that's
I
not
have
too
to.
bad.
I guess I gotta go to college.
I guess I just have to go there on vacation and breed. No.
Okay, so wait, hold on. What was that part about the bachelors and whatnot?
You have to hold a bachelor's, master's, or PhD.
No shit.
You have to have that. And it
Sorry,
must have been
Doug.
awarded within the past
I got
5
one.
years.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, I gotta be.
Yeah, you can't have an
Fuck
older.
yeah.
Is it older?
Doug's
did
in.
You get it? No, it has to be within the last 5 years.
Shit, 7 years.
You're out.
Oh,
So I'd have to go back to school and get a master's then, or another BA at this point. But
man.
And then you have to future creation individual dependent or child of future creation individual. So I think you still have to have ties to Japan of some sort. I think you have to either be like a child of Japanese nationals or spouse to Japanese nationals. And you can go there
I
for
guess
1 year
if
to
you
fuck.
marry them, yeah. I guess if you
Yeah.
marry them. you
so
can go
if I heard
fuck them.
correctly, you guys said remuneration.
Yeah.
So remuneration is the act of paying someone for a service, loss, or expense.
Okay.
So basically business.
So
That's
what you should be
fucking
doing,
crazy.
guys, is you go out there and you start stalking. No.
Well, see, this is why it's easier to go to Canada. You just go to the border, business or pleasure, and you just say business, and you're in.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Why?
Well, you can't
Are
get a
you
visa.
into
Apparently you
pleasure?
Because
You know.
pleasure is my business.
Yeah, I heard it was supposed to be really hard to get a visa for Canada.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You
for
got to
sure.
have quite a bit of money.
Yeah,
To get
and
to
also no
Canada.
DUIs. That's the weirdest thing for me is the DUI
So-
thing, but I get it.
Most Minnesotans cannot.
That's why they actually hate Canadians.
Yeah.
So no over or underweight.
their border. What the hell is wrong with them?
So no over or underweight. You had to have a healthy lifestyle, good school grades, high IQ, no alcohol consumption, no drug consumption, clean police record, good credit score, and you have to be fluent in Japanese.
That's crazy.
I failed all of those. Let's
Yeah.
do this, guys.
Yeah.
So they're basically going like, hey, Japanese immigrants that went other places want to come back and fuck?
That's kind of what it sounds like.
Hey,
They're
I'll
trying
buy
to get
you a
people to come
plane
back.
ticket. You can come here.
Now again, this is the internet, and I definitely could be completely misreading this, but yeah. So it really sounds like they just want Japanese people to move back to Japan.
Oh, okay.
and have kids there. They don't want none of that Western seed.
See, they
They're like,
really,
we got King of the Hill. And
they
that's all we
really
want.
are. So what we said earlier, where they really don't want foreigners to come.
Oh hell no!
Yeah. They so badly. They're like, please, young men who move to America, come back, come back.
Come back and fuck.
Yeah, come back and fuck.
Come back and smirk.
Well, I did hear that entrepreneurship one. So if we start, oh well, no, they don't like drugs. Never mind.
Bandai
Come
Namco.
back.
No.
Remember our cool.
Oh,
vending
we can start
machines?
working for Philip Morris. They're drugs and they're in there.
Oh yeah, I mean,
Philip Morris.
they love to smoke.
Oh yeah, man, we could make bank over there as a
I
cigarette
see what
vending
you
machine.
did there.
Damn.
There's some weird shit out there on the internet, and countries do some weird shit trying to protect themselves.
Yep.
Iceland was the other one. It took too long to look into Japan, so
Yeah, Iceland.
We're
Whatever
just
you're
gonna-
doing.
we're just gonna believe.
I know
Iceland.
they have to like do family history thing to make sure you're not going to marry your too close cousin.
I think they might be a little more desperate. Alex, stop.
Alex, stop blowing the microphone.
I thought he was imagining he was giving back shots to an Icelandic girl or something.
No.
The way he was just moving himself.
No,
I was just trying to get your
just
attention.
getting that microphone action going on.
Do,
Did you have something to say?
No. You just. My energy has clearly changed in the last 10 minutes. I don't know what happened. But
It's like a puff
I
of
know.
smoke,
Typically,
and
you're-
all of a sudden,
yeah, typically you're the guy that's like, oh, Alex is vibing.
I would like to.
Well, we're in the wrong
Take a
chair
dip.
still, so he can't get the vibe feature
Chuck.
going on.
Yes. I love
what's
you.
up, Chuck?
I love you too. just hitting that on the pot.
But you know what? No, tell your bros you love them if you love them. I love you guys.
Yeah, I love you guys too, man.
I
You
love
guys
all
ever
of
need
you.
anything, you just give a holla.
And if
And-
you
and
don't
thank
give
you
the
for
homies
washing
a
your
kiss
asses.
goodnight.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
You ever need a place to sleep? I've got these thingies. They're not comfy, but you can sleep in them.
Well, you can't sleep at my house, but call and I'll show up. I got you.
So, other than my Warhammer obsession recently, this has been a much longer craving, and it's just been ongoing. Even when I thought I would have satisfied it, I always crave just to take a dip.
A little bit of a dip.
Take a little swimmy swim.
Yeah, just
A little bit of a dip.
take a dip. Like I went to the water park, months ago, and I was like, "This is nice. I should do this more."
And I'll say the water park is not the same as just a pool. I miss living in shitty apartments in California because they
Where
always
there's
had
like
a pool.
a deeper pool than the fucking water park.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just I kind of miss it some days.
But yeah, that's why I took that one random guy in that community group you have.
Oh yeah,
The guy who just kept harping about where's the pool. I was like, this guy's onto something. Where the fuck is our pool?
it has been over 100 years they've been trying to build that fucking pool. It's not going to happen.
Where's
Give me that
it
fucking
supposed to
pool.
go?
No one knows anymore. They've done
Oh.
like 4 surveys, and yeah, no, it's never going to happen.
Dude, I'm gonna do a killdozer and knock down the courthouse, and then make sure they dig in the ground before they kill me. That's where the pool will go.
That's
I
a
just
worthy
see you like
sacrifice.
burying yourself, just like.
They'll call me Son of Killdozer, and they'll name the pool Son of Killdozer's pool. Community pool. But
No, community pools out here are like a big thing for everyone except for us. Red Lake Falls, little shitty ass town, has one. Warren, little shitty ass town, has one. Everyone has a pool but us.
crazy you call these towns little shitty ass towns.
I mean, we're a little shitty ass town compared to a lot of other places too, but we're the big shitty ass town here.
No, I was just thinking of that because like you're a fucking local politician. You're like a little shitty ass town.
But they got a pool, goddammit.
I mean,
Yeah.
there's a lot of things this town has, but what it doesn't have is a pool.
Well,
What it doesn't have is a pool and a good barbecue place. Sweet Mary and Joseph.
I thought you liked the
That
when we went. You
the
didn't
last
like it?
time we went, dude, like I was very disappointed. I don't think
You
I
still-
said anything while we were there.
You didn't say anything. No.
No,
What
but
was wrong
like,
with it?
just dry as shit.
Dry shit.
Man, dude, it was dry, and then on top of that, like the barbecue sauce was mid at best.
I still think it was better than the Texas one. God, I wish we could just fly to Dallas together so I could bring you guys to that place and be like, okay, please verify, so I could rub it in Aaron's face.
Hey man, if you buy the tickets, I'm in.
I make $15 an hour.
I said what I said.
Yeah, I think you could buy the tickets. You just, we'll just give you a few months to save up.
We'll tell
Me
you
no
what.
buy no tickets.
If I
I'm
get
not
this
buying
fucking-
tickets to go to a shitty ass fucking barbecue place and be disappointed.
Hey, there's probably pools in Dallas.
All right, well, I guess we're going to Dallas.
Dude, actually, there was a pool at the apartment we stayed at, but like we didn't have time to fucking go.
You know what? How about this? We go visit your cousin, and she can take us to the best shitty barbecue place in her town.
The food in Odessa was good.
Never mind then. We'll try some of the good local food.
Yeah. Well, no, it's like you could go to the shitty barbecue in her town, and it's probably gonna be good.
Okay. Well, I'll take
and
it.
and that's the thing. Like I really wanted to give this place a chance because I never actually tried their barbecue stuff. So
Yep.
this time around, I did. Their ribs and their pulled pork, and I was just like, basically the two things that are at every barbecue place, and that should have good flavor. And apparently, those are supposed to be smoked. I tasted no smoke in it. All I tasted was dry.
And they're like, you could pull my pork. This place sucks.
Dude,
Well,
I
he
will
can go
say
to
though-
The
Chinese
thing that
foot massage
saved it
lady.
was the bloody Caesar I had. Okay.
man, I gotta say, I ordered from them twice before we went last time.
Yeah.
Right? Totally bad, disappointed, not a fan.
Yeah.
They have decent burgers. The burger I had was really good.
Oh, the burger that you had this time around?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it sucks because once again, that's burgers in this fucking town.
Yeah, that's all you can get here.
It's a choice, yeah.
We need a real dedicated wing place.
Well,
Moe's.
I'd like a real
No.
dedicated
Well,
like.
it's-
I like Moe's.
I do too.
I wanted an
I
Italian
think
place,
there needs to
man.
be
Like,
Yeah, I'm with you.
What do you
like
mean?
a
We have
real
a Pizza Hut, Doug, and a Domino's.
That's Italian. That's not Italian.
What do we need over there? What do we need?
well, actually,
I'm
we
with
do
you.
need like a what do you call it?
you're gonna fight
Like a
you
Mama
about that
Maria's
Italian
or something.
shit.
One of those like
I'm not
fucking
Italian, damn it.
shitty Italian places like in Ruona, like a Mama Rosa's.
I
or
would
whatever.
still take that.
Well, that's what I'm saying. We should have one of those here because, like, what the fuck,
Dude, I like some sort of like an Italian steakhouse.
dude, De Carlos.
well, and I'd even just kill for like a pizza place that's not a Pizza Hut or a
Well,
Domino's.
we're
like,
getting Pizza Ranch.
Yeah, please.
That's getting
yeah,
dope.
but that's
Please.
like Chuck E. Cheese pizza. If that makes
It's-
sense.
no,
it's
it's
better.
not
Pizza's
okay.
so
It's
fucking
better.
good.
It's better. I
But
will
they
say
have, like,
that. It's
chicken
like
and shit,
1,000
too.
times better.
No, that Pizza Ranch pizza is so good.
Every
Yeah.
time I've gone, I've
It's
been
1,000
disappointed.
times better, but it's not like if you had like a Giovanni's in town or something like that, where it's just basically pizza, but then you could get like the pasta that's basically just in a baked out dish. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they throw it in the pizza oven ravioli style. You know?
You know
like,
what would really
I'd-
destroy? Like I don't know if I said this on the last episode of the pod or before we recorded. If a Chinese buffet place, we do have one in town, did the thing that Chinese buffet places do and just have it like all foods there.
Oh yeah, no, you said
Right.
that. You said that before we started recording. I
yeah,
think.
dude,
Oh,
just
dude.
that would destroy everything in town.
I would just be okay with a fucking American buffet. That'd be fine.
There's
I'd
not
be okay
many
with
of
it.
those even left anywhere
Yeah,
anymore.
unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know if the last one I went to was like Hometown Buffet, and that was like over.
That's
probably
I don't think
15
that's a
years
thing
ago.
anymore.
There's a Golden Corral in the cities that I know of.
Yeah.
That's a 6-hour drive, though.
I
Yeah.
thought Golden Corrals was kind of like I don't know, like a steakhouse kind of thing. I didn't know
No,
it was
no,
buffet.
they have like a steak thing, but it's an American buffet.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck American buffet. I want that Chinese buffet. Which is weird because it's like, yeah, they have Asian food there. I ignore that and go eat their American food.
Well, I mean, if they ever make the Chinese buffet a buffet again,
It won't.
yeah,
They're making so much money not doing that shit now, just with the takeout.
Yep.
oh my god, and it's so expensive.
Oh,
It
they raised
is.
the prices. I fucking.
I will
And that's
say
because
though,
they're like, you want Asian food or do you want to eat burger?
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
That's why they're making money. They're like, hey,
It's like, you get moo moo anywhere. We got. Meow. somewhere over here.
Wait, I just realized what you said.
Yeah. That's why I kind of took my time with it. I had to digest it.
They're eating the cats.
God damn, Springfield.
Are you running with JD Vance or something, man?
Hell yeah, man. You know how much easier it is to run as a Republican and just be an asshole?
Yeah.
You don't even have to do anything if you win.
Right?
They'll just think you did stuff if you just say enough racist and transphobic stuff.
Yeah.
No, dude, that's why I'm glad I'm not going to win, because that'd be fucking so much.
I wouldn't count you out.
Yeah, and that's why we should go into the topic that we meant to go into 45 minutes ago. So if you do happen to win, what are you gonna? What does that mean for you?
So it means a bunch of bullshit has to get done first. So if I win, I would be down in the cities at least minimum 3 months every spring for session, along with all the other stuff you got to do during the summer and everything. So I'd have to find some place to live down there, which means I'd probably be sleeping in the office because I am poor, unlike most of the other people who run, who are either in the cities or they're, corporate sponsored.
It would be cool, like, if you made enough money, like, we're not quite rich enough for it, to, like, have your own little just cheap apartment in fucking Minneapolis.
So I'd actually
That'd
be
be
making almost
sick.
$20,000 more than I do now.
That's cool, but, like,
That's kind of sad. But,
it's like, hey, how much of that are you actually going to see, though?
right? So I'd have to get the living figured out. I'd have to go to part-time at the job. There's a bunch of rules and everything.
Wait,
in
what
there.
if you get, like, a travel credit card and fly there?
I mean, I'd still have to find somewhere to live, and then I'd have to figure out... I'd have to be closer to the capital then,
Well, so
and get back and forth.
Well, how
from there.
often?
Yeah.
So do you have to be there for, like, weeks at a time?
Weeks at a time.
yeah, and
While they're in session.
and the cost of just renting a place like an Airbnb would be way too expensive to
No,
try and do.
no.
Yeah.
Because
So-
apartments, I mean, it is going up in Minneapolis, but compared to, like, San Diego
Oh, yeah,
or
it's
in
way
most other
fucking
places,
cheaper.
yeah, it's still, I think, in the grand. It's still under $2,000.
Yeah. So, I mean, I could find something. I would hope that someone would be like, hey, you can rent a room from me, because no one expected anyone from the very farthest reaches to win.
We do
Yeah.
have a friend in St. Paul
Yeah.
who said I could crash at her place anytime. Alex's ex-girlfriend, Katie.
Wait, really?
Yeah, she moved to St. Paul.
Well, no, I didn't know you guys even spoke.
Oh, yeah. It was one of those, like, things, just me being a fucking idiot, like, haha, let me crash there. She's like, yeah, you can stay anytime. I'm like, I'm going to try.
Yeah.
If I need to go down there for some reason, which I wanted to go to a book convention thing this month. Probably not happening because we're going to Portland now. But,
Okay.
yeah, I would have hit her up and be like, hey, can I crash there? Because this is so much easier than fucking driving 6 hours there and 6 hours back. You know?
Yeah, and Katie's fucking cool.
Yeah, Katie is cool.
Shout out to Katie.
Shout out Katie.
Never met you, but shout out.
Yeah, super weeby e-girl like aesthetic. Other than that, just my Facebook for like 10 year plus Facebook friend. It's one of those for me.
Nice.
But
yeah, so right away,
so you have to
is-
find somewhere to live. You got to be
Well,
there weeks at a time.
even before
working.
that, they said you'll be there for orientation November 7th, which is 2 days after the election.
Jeez.
Which I have not taken any time off for
if
nothing
the
for
world,
that.
if the world is on fire, you're in the
I gotta
battlefield.
just fucking get there and go.
Win or lose, it's a battlefield.
Yes.
Win or lose is a battlefield. So
So there's that. Then I'd have to get everything set up because I'd be under their health insurance and all that.
yep.
Which is pretty decent.
Do you
so
have to cut your hair and shit?
I wouldn't. Fuck no, dude. If I get elected looking like this, I'm gonna stay looking like this.
Yep.
Like this is it. This is my fucking. What are we on? 4 years post COVID.
Yep. I mean, I was gonna say most you'd probably do is gel in the hair. That's about
Fuck
it.
that. No.
Well, shit, man. Until recently, everyone in this room had long ass fucking hair.
Yeah. I didn't cut my hair.
yeah.
I cut my hair because I applied for a security job. And then I didn't even get I didn't even get to the interview. I'm like, idiot. Why did I rush that? I could have had like a, cool top. Actually, I would have probably had to cut it for the job I'm working right now.
Yeah.
I actually shaved because I was going to be working at the deli.
Yeah.
And they said if I didn't shave, I would have to do like the hairnet thing.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, nah, I'll
You
shave.
should have just done the hairnet, man. Those are cool. Makes you look badass.
No, the hairnet for my face.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
It doesn't look cool.
Doug, you
A
put a
hairnet
couple
doesn't
little
look
hair
good.
nuts on the end of your mustache.
Oh,
there.
dude, are you kidding? Like, I had one of those when I was like
I can't wait.
Dude, a
Lunch
hairnet
lady.
doesn't look cool on your head.
I can't wait till we finally get Doug drunk enough to convince him to shave his beard and head.
No, I will
So he'll
never.
be-
Doug,
so-
on my life, I promise you right now, I will never try to do that to you.
I will do that. I want him to be Professor Eggman. He would be the one. He's got the look.
He's
well,
got the
if
look.
you did do that, I think I would turn into Eggman at that point and just want to destroy and rule the world. And I'd have, like, hovercrafts and, like, robots just to destroy everything. And,
Killer cosplay, man.
yeah.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
would be
that's
cool.
fucking. There's training upon training about how to actually do the job down there. And have to go
Oof.
back and forth.
Yep.
Oh,
So
sorry,
it's-
man.
Yeah.
And then what's like? So, is there anything that you know that the DFL is like? Their main goals of like, hey, let's get this, because I know you have run on the idea of affordable healthcare or
Yep.
more
Affordable.
access to healthcare.
Rural access to healthcare. So
So
I'm gonna
it's
just
like-
do my little fucking speech that I do on all this. So my area is the very northwest corner of Minnesota. Thief River is the largest town in northwest Minnesota here. We still have to send people 2 hours away to Fargo or Bemidji to see basic specialists. We drive 2 hours north to get to Warroad and everything. That's still my area, and they're driving to see me at the eye center, and we're having to send them further. So some of these guys have to take off 2 days to go get basic ass medical care because we do not have the providers, we do not have the specialists, and there's been no incentives or reason to help out any of these people. So cataract surgery, number one surgery done in America. If you have eyes, you will get cataracts done at some point. That's just fact of life. There's one doctor who comes to do it for this entire area. One fucking dude. There's like a 3-month wait list. Another month after that before you get the surgery, and another 2 months after that after healing time. So you're looking at 6 months to be able to see again. For the most common surgery done in America. Because there's no one else around this area to do it. And he's laughing his ass all the way to the bank. I mean, that
Oh,
dude's
hell yeah.
fucking making money like crazy. But you can legislate so that general practitioners and non-fully specialized people can do other procedures. In other states, optometrists can do laser procedures where they can just zip-zap your eyes real quick to fix some things. Can't do that in Minnesota. So you're waiting for a 5-second appointment months to get that done. And all that's doing is backlogging everything else.
Mm-hmm.
Legislate that. Let simple procedures, in-office procedures get done. And hey, we just dropped that wait list down by months. That's a huge part of it. And there's other things you can do that on. Ooh, they paused. There's someone at the door.
You got someone here. All right.
Well, we were interrupted by some dude pounding on Doug's door saying he needs to mow his lawn.
Really ain't even that bad, pussy. No, I'm kidding. So
What if that was
you were
just
saying-
some neighbor?
That's what I thought too, yeah.
Yeah. So you were saying, well, you were giving us the whole spiel about how hard it is to get basically
Cataract
any
surgery.
specialized
Even
healthcare or
non-specialized stuff, such as giving birth. Boston, which is just south of us, had to shut down their birthing suites. So now if you're pregnant in that area, you're driving an hour and a half to give birth. And you think about that, our area here in the wintertime, 40 below, blowing snow.
Yep.
And you're having a baby, and you're having to drive in the open fucking air for 2 hours?
Mhm.
What the fuck? And
Yeah.
that was done because they wanted to save a few dollars by not having a birthing suite at that hospital.
So that's not your only, because that is a huge crusade on its own. But that's not your only, not talking point. Your only goal.
Oh,
Politically, or correct.
No, I mean, the other big one, well, there's 2 other big ones, but the other big one is senior care and access for seniors to stay in their communities. Right now, a lot of senior homes, old folks' homes, are done by Medicaid and things like caddy waivers, which helps pay for all this stuff. That hasn't been touched for reimbursement in years upon years. And I don't know if you guys kind of remember what happened, in 2019, 2020 when the world went to shit. But things got a lot more expensive. And it got a lot harder for people to stay at the jobs that they were at because they could make more doing other stuff and not be elbow deep in dookie doing things. So updating those Medicaid waivers to have higher reimbursement rates will allow a lot of these rural nursing homes to stay open. Like, if you go up to Lancaster and you talk to those guys up there, they don't want to move to the big city down here. And you talk to the guys here, they're like, I don't want to go move down to fucking St. Cloud or something. They want to stay in their areas, and the only way to do that is to not have these homes shut down. They need proper funding. They need the resources for CNAs to have their training, get their licensure, and be there to take care of people. Minnesota is a really cool state that you can actually get your CNA license while you're working. And that program is just not talked about anymore at all. It's such a great program that you don't have to do what I did and go spend $5,000 at some for-profit college in California to get your licensure. You can just work, earn money, and get your licensure at the same time. It helps keep these jobs filled, and it's just not told to anyone anymore. So bringing programs like that back up to speed is huge on keeping our seniors in their communities. There's one skilled nursing facility left in the area here in Thief River. So if you're someone who needs skilled nursing care, which is different from senior care, I'm not going to get into the differences on that, but it's a thing. Thief River is the only one. There used to be one down in Erskine, but now you're going Bemidji, you're going Fargo, you're going St. Cloud to find the skilled nursing if you need that. Yeah, it's a big fucking drive away from your family, away from everything you've known. All of that can be fixed with proper funding. Schools have not been funded to the cost of inflation in like 30 years.
Yeah, I was about to say, we're a generation, I don't know if you guys count, but I think so. A generation that is literally like just been completely fucked over by like a desiccated school system that was like underfunded and everything. And no wonder, you look at a lot of people our age and stuff, we're so like anti-education and so ignorant. There's a lot of ignorance going on, especially about the education system too, where it's like one of those bittersweet things where it's like, I get it, because if you homeschool your kid, they could potentially get a better education than if they go to a public school. But at the same time, you look at some of these parents and you're like, you didn't even do well in school.
No.
Now you think you're going to be a teacher?
Yeah.
I understand homeschool. I know some parents that have homeschooled their kids and their kids are amazing.
Yep.
Most of them, however, are fucking dumb and come out dumber.
Socially
very
inept.
socially awkward. Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, that's not all though. It is an excuse to not teach your kids certain things that you deem political, which it's
absolutely.
very disgusting how history is political now.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're like,
It's history, man.
Yeah, that didn't happen like that. I think we even touched on that the other week when you weren't here about the Sisters of the South or whatever. I forgot what they're called.
Yeah.
Basically, an organization that went on out of their way to like sugarcoat the Civil War.
Oh, yeah.
To where they even got their hands on like the California curriculum where we learned, it wasn't about slavery, it was about states' rights.
States' rights to what, motherfucker?
Yeah. It's just like, and it's like, oh, well, I mean, they didn't really want to do this. Oh, the slaves, and it's like there wasn't a lot of as much them being like, oh, the slaves really did like living there and stuff. It's like it is in the South and stuff, which is why they're so fucking dumb, because they're taught that. They're taught that the slaves liked it, and stuff like that. So they excuse a lot of that stuff. Versus California didn't go that far.
No.
But there's still that little bit of states' rights, and I remember it was my history teacher. I said this the other episode too. That literally was like, you're not even learning the real thing. Wait till you go to college. It's gonna blow the whole lid off of the whole high school curriculum. I'm like, okay.
It's fucking crazy, man.
Yeah, and that's just that.
we're not even getting into fucking science, because there's people who are religious, and I mean, I'm religious, but I'm not someone who's like anti-science when it comes to various things such as like, evolution or whatever. That my faith isn't so like broken by if God created man, cool, maybe he created man by making it a cell that turned into a monkey fish frog. Like that doesn't worry me any, but there's plenty of Christians out here in the country who are like, I don't want to teach any science because it's all the devil. If they learn about climate science, it's the devil.
And they're putting chemicals in the water that are turning the frickin' frogs gay.
Yeah. There is a phenomenon with
Pickle
that.
jar makes a pop.
Not with the chemicals in the
Water, yeah, but it happens.
There is a question, almost like a chicken or the egg thing, when it comes to kind of how you see how many people are becoming, or coming out as is the better word to let's say it, coming out as gay, trans, non-binary, etc. Where you really have to look at the, is it the chicken or the egg, as far as like, is it something that because this is more accepted, people are becoming this, or is it because it's more accepted, they are confessing that they're this?
Well, one of the comparisons lots of people would make is like the left-handed phenomenon, where basically there were almost no, when a survey was taken of people who are left-handed, you basically see the curve from basically over time going like this, where people will admit that they are left-handed, but it's because, during this time people were mostly in Catholic sort of churches, sort of things. The schools said you cannot do the right hand because it's the devil's hand, or you can't do the left hand because it's the devil's hand, sort of bullshit. And when it became more acceptable and people weren't getting beaten for using their left hands, people were admitting, yeah, dude, I could use both hands. I could use my left hand. I'm dominantly right hand. I'm dominantly left hand. Like,
Yeah.
And I kind of feel like that's where this statistic is from right now. What?
I was like I don't know, I like held in a cough
Oh, okay.
or something.
Well, and y'all agree with a lot of that on there. It's
Yeah.
so many people these days are now comfortable with exploring who they are, who they want to be, and are more than fine changing around as they feel
Or
like, as they need
experimenting.
to. Yes, experimenting on there. And it's no longer, Jack and Bob have lived together for 40 years. They're just really good friends. Like, well, no, they're fucking.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's crazy though, because a lot of people would look at it now as exactly where I started this topic from too. It's like the water's turning the frogs gay. It's like, all this LGBT propaganda is making everybody gay. It's like, well, or is it that people are seeing, hey, this is an option, or hey, maybe I felt that way this whole time, or whatever.
Yeah,
I think a lot of it is just built up on each other since, the gay rights movement really took off, and it's built up little by little, and people are now at that point where you're out and about. I don't know what came first on there.
Well, people also like to forget there was a lot of fear around coming out as different,
And also, it's not even the sexuality. It's like, people don't even talk about that as much anymore. It's all about the gender identity thing, where people act like propaganda is making your kids change their gender identity. And it's like, or maybe all these people had possibly felt that way. I personally don't know, because
I blame
I've met
4chan.
a few.
Well,
Yeah,
so-
I was like, I do kind of think there is a little bit of cultural things with the gender identity, because people are being invited to experiment. So I think people do.
Mm-hmm.
But that doesn't mean that there weren't people, because I know at least 2 or 3 trans people in my generation of like school. Like when I went to high school, these people, one person was trans like by high school, one person was trans after high school, and then another person was trans after high school. And it's also this. It was accepted. It was less accepted to be gay, but that one was a lesbian, or 2 were lesbians and one was gay. So it started with them being like, "Hey, I'm this," And then, as things became more accepted, or actually it barely accepted it right now, you know?
Yeah.
So it is kind of like a tiptoe kind of thing.
Well, and also I think the funniest thing is that like nobody would be talking about trans people if the Republicans didn't say anything about trans people, or try to villainize them basically at this point. Because when you try to make something a villain, it puts a spotlight, and then it brings more out, and it puts them in the spotlight whether they want to be or not. You know, like
there's also a lot of different gender stuff that is, I think, very jarring for what we'll say normies, you know, like that just don't give a fuck about it. Where, you know, because like the normal concept of trans, it's like, all right, I am a man, I am a woman, whatever. And then you have the non-binary, which I think that breaks a lot of people's brains right there. They're like, well, no, which one are you?
Mm-hmm.
You know,
yeah.
There's that, but then there's people that go into like almost like astrology with it, and that's where people start going, all right, fuck off, you know, when they're like, I'm a pan this, pan that, you know, they start having like different stuff like that, and I think people become less and less inclined to be open-minded about it when it seems like they're like doing it, and it's like
Stretching too far.
Yeah, well, it's like, hey,
when they're trying to do the Dragon Ball effect of like my power level is 9,999. You know,
I was about to come at this with like a more accepting tone, and you guys both made good jokes about it.
I'm sorry, but like that's kind of just that's immediately what it just went to. I was just like, well, yeah, there's the people that are just like, yeah, I'm a Super Saiyan, and then there's others that are like, yeah, well, I'm a level 9999 Super Saiyan.
Yeah,
like,
I get what you're saying because I definitely have made fun of these people too. But like, you know, at the same time, people want to express themselves. Some people need to categorize themselves.
Yeah.
You know, the kind of person who's like, I'm a crust punk hipster. You know, those kind of people.
That's been some of the hardest thing because, like, growing up for us, there's always, yeah, we're here, we're queer, get used to it, don't label us. And now it's like, this is my label. It's like, God damn it, where are we at in here? It's tough. Like, my stepkid is trans, and she's whatever the hell. I'm just trying to keep up with the terminology these days. I feel so fucking old trying
Does she
to do
have
this.
a pangender a gender, either one of those kind of labels?
No, right now it's trans gay. But before it was trans bi, but now we're back to trans gay.
So they're trans and they're gay. So they're woman likes woman?
Yes.
Okay. Can't you just say you're a trans lesbian at that point?
I don't know, because I don't know all the terminology, and I try my best to be a good ally and everything, but fuck, it's hard.
I'm, you know, we're all four white guys in a room or whatever. I just be saying shit. I'll be like, so you're a lesbian then? And they'll be like, well, no, it's this. I was like, well, if you're a woman and you like a woman, why don't you just say you're a lesbian?
You're just fucking gay, kid.
Yeah.
There you go.
But yeah, they do. Yeah, they really. Well, no, not all of them. But yeah, there's a lot of them that really do like to have these very specific types. Hey, and that's not just trans people. Gay people do the same shit too. Because remember, there's bears, there's otters, there's wolves.
Dude,
Yeah.
There's twinks, there's hunks.
almost as fucking bad as trying to get down whatever metal genre your band's part of.
Oh my god.
You know, now suddenly I feel the need to defend it.
But no, it's like I don't use the LGBTQ plus thing. I do GSM, gender and sexual minorities, because I can't fuck that one up. That's what I use though, is GSM. It's like, cool, we're all part of the GSM here, because I can remember that one. That's not me trying to be dismissive. I'm old, man.
I'm just calling
I'm
everybody
old.
buddy.
Aren't you attracted to men too, though?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you are technically.
I'm in the GSM.
You're technically LGBT.
Yeah, I'd fuck Alex.
Well, don't say that.
Yeah, don't say that. You're gonna get us in trouble.
Tracy doesn't listen to this stuff anymore. She
She
can't handle it.
Well, I
She's
was
like,
gonna
it's just
say,
like
well-
listening to you guys.
Yeah.
Well, I was gonna say earlier when I thought you could make money doing politics, I'd be like, I'd be your assistant.
Well, if I get in and I need
Share
to
the
hire
wealth,
field
motherfucker.
office, you're all getting jobs in my cabinet.
nice.
Where's your cabinet located?
Yeah, that's one of
It's
those
in the
things too.
closet.
Dude, I think we're just old. Like,
I'm just gonna be the one actually like not sitting in a cabinet somewhere, just feeling like, So what is it you wanted to do again, James, with this like legislation? And they're just off in cupboards somewhere.
Yeah, Chuck and I will be podcasting in our cupboards remotely.
Dude, we'll be the culture war division.
Just two dudes in a cupboard.
Yeah, and none of your political stuff has anything to do with like LGBT rights or any of that. You haven't run on any of that, right?
No, I mean,
I know-
got an
I know you-
endorsement from Stonewall and everything. Like, dude, I'm fucking
Yeah, I was about
here.
to say. I know, like you don't care about, like you don't
It's
have a
not
problem.
even the
with
biggest
it,
thing is
but-
that Minnesota has basically already legislated so much protections and everything.
Thanks, Tim Walsh.
Yes, thank you, Tim Walls. Thank you, Daddy. But I don't know anything offhand what more we could do legislatively right now. If it comes up, hell yeah, I'm there for it.
Yeah.
But like Minnesota is pretty goddamn solid. Like we have families with trans kids and gay kids moving to Minnesota because of our state laws and everything on how protective we are over these people.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's great.
Good.
It's great.
Yeah.
My campaign manager's gay as shit. I love him. Like, dude, if you have something you need, let me know.
Yep.
He seemed very, very fun.
Oh, he is. He's really
He's
cool.
fun. He's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. Well, see, I mean,
Need to go.
He
we
wants
need
to
make
come
our
on
way
the
up there and
show.
do a barbecue or something. Just
He
something.
he does. He
Yeah.
asked if he could be on the show.
you said he wants to come on the show. And I was
Ha!
He'd actually be a pretty good guest. He's done a lot of shit.
Oh yeah,
politically.
no, I would love to
like,
have him on the
I
show.
don't know. Is it because we don't have a room for another mic?
We'll figure it out.
Oh, pass it. Just
Well, and I mean, shoot, I'd even be willing to sit out if y'all wanted to interview him.
Or do one without James again. Next time James isn't here, just invite his campaign manager.
His campaign manager comes in. I'm sorry, James couldn't come in today.
But now we're gonna talk about Doug's OnlyFans.
But yeah, man, there's so many things that we have such great protections already in Minnesota, and it's not part of my platform because it's just kind of implied that I'm here to support this stuff. Like 2 years ago, I ran on legalizing cannabis, and that fucking got that.
It's there.
It's there. We're good on that. I don't have to run on that again. Now I got a picture of me in a weed field.
Oh
all
yeah.
that.
Yep. Well, I was about to say next if you're going that route is harm reduction.
Oh yeah.
And I think we already do have harm reduction measures.
We have some policies in place.
Yeah.
We need to do a little bit better on that, on proper education.
It's
and
such a
everything.
new well, not new, but you know what I mean. It's such a
It's-
groundbreaking concept that we have to. There's more stuff that
Like
needs
you
to be
have to get people over the fact that injecting rooms are a thing, and it helps.
Yes.
It helps.
You want to find a place for these? Hey, guess what? If you tell them no, they're gonna do it anyways. Find
And
a
then-
clean, safe place to do it.
Yeah, and then you're going to find needles all over the fucking place.
Yep.
Like no, it's a weird thing to want to
Keep
spend
them out of
money
your
on.
kids' playgrounds.
Yes.
Out of the public restrooms.
shit, man. This is just a small town. I've found needles just outside the library, the
Oh,
public library.
God, yeah, there's so much fucking drugs in this town, and people
Yep.
are crazy.
Mhm. Yeah.
And they want to say that, conservative small town living's the way to go. It's like, you guys are like literally in a meth house.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, and they blend in so. What a horrible way to say it. They blend in so well here compared to California, though. The tweakers and the like H heads and stuff like
Oh,
that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like I'm not gonna name anybody that I know that like were addicts and stuff like that, or technically still are addicts. But it's like, yeah, you just never would have known by looking at them.
Yep.
You know, compared to some people that in California, like they just dress like it.
yeah.
Well,
They just act like it.
Yeah, I mean, out here, I hate to be rude, but there's a whole lot of lack of teeth out here. Just in general.
Yeah.
Yep.
I thought Alex was gonna say, I don't mean to be rude, but you all act like it out here.
And especially so true in these especially rural Midwest, on how accepted alcoholism is.
Yep.
And how terrible that goes. Like, if you look in the paper on how many DUIs there are every single week,
A lot.
a lot.
Yeah.
Like, harm reduction helps.
And people who are getting like what do you call it? So not only are they alcoholics, but they're like on the job drinking.
Yep.
They're like buzzed on the job, drinking on the job. There's a lot of
Like,
that.
it's so accepted that it's okay to be an alcoholic and everything, but like you're no different than these guys that are shooting up. It's just accepted.
Mm-hmm.
And we have stuff for you guys. Let's find things for them. Let's do better.
And
Yep,
also,
right.
you know, at least like these harder drugs keep you thin. Fucking alcohol doesn't do that.
Right? Fuck, I'd probably be in better health if I was hooked on fucking meth right now.
Yeah, well, I rip my teeth, but man, I'd be thin. I mean, I don't know if people consider coke a hard drug, but it was straight. I think
it's pretty considered a hard drug.
softest of the hard drugs, maybe. Yeah.
Dude, I don't know. You can like get addicted to that shit real quick.
Oh yeah, real quick.
Well, it's one of those things. I think it's like I think the reason why is because so many people do it. Like so many people you wouldn't expect that you know have just been casual cokeheads for like a couple months or whatever, or maybe even a year. Then they dropped it. And it's like, the fuck. There's literally a phase. It was in 2016 where like fucking 90% of the like Southern California hardcore scene was like all coked out.
It's crazy how shit goes. Like right now, nicotine was Zen. That Zen packs. That's like the new hotness for everyone. It's like you guys know
Pouches.
that's still a drug, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Pouches are gross because it's just chew, but a pouch.
yeah. But it's like, okay, so we're all just doing that Zen, Red Bull, and Ozempic diets now, I guess.
Yep. Ozempic's cool though. I want to have an O face. I want to look like oh fuck, what's his name? Willem Dafoe.
Yeah, there's a lot that we can do
Is
legislatively.
Ozempic an
Yep.
allergy drug?
No, Ozempic's a weight loss drug. It's originally for diabetes, but then it works really good for weight loss.
They give it to diabetics and rich people.
Yeah.
Jeez.
You can buy it on that knockoff boner pill site, Hims, now, too.
Really?
Yeah, I keep getting advertisements for it.
With the prescription or what?
I don't know. Who knows with
I'm
that
telling
site?
you, if I can get it like somewhat affordably, it's on.
Dude, that's right. You can get yourself some knockoff boner pills and knockoff Ozempic on there.
Yep. As long as it doesn't like destroy my liver within the amount of time that I need to take it to drop some weight.
There's a certain chew that is blue that I wish would sponsor us.
Yeah, I mean boner pills are still, I'm still doing good there, but the knockoff Ozempic, what's up? Give me a head start. I want to mind.
Man, just be a man and get coke already.
No, he'll quit after a year.
It's not my fault it smells so good.
God, dude, people would be like, "Oh my God, what have you done?" Like, I'm on coke for a year. And they're like,
you look
"Tell me your
great."
success story."
actually, one of the most fucked up things is
Probably still 270 or something.
I lost a lot of weight, but that was because I was depressed. I wasn't eating shit and I wasn't doing anything. I wasn't working out, wasn't doing anything.
Boo fucking who? Guess what happened to me when I was depressed?
I lost 40 pounds.
Dude,
my
I'm
God.
kind of with you
Yeah.
though. Like I'm down to 252.
Yeah. Well, I'm at
And he's
200.
currently depressed, is what he's saying.
Yeah.
Well, I'm at 200, and that's where I'm staying at right now. But I was at 246 at my highest, and then just depression and all that shit. But then when I got back to San Diego one time, they're like, "You look so good. What are you doing?" And I'm like, "Depression." And the conversation ends like right fucking there.
I would step on a baby's head to be 246. That actually was when I went back to San Diego and everyone was like, "You're so hot. What are you doing? How you working out and all that?" Yeah, I was also depressed, but also yeah, I was 246, and I'm like, hell yeah, I'm definitely buff.
I mean, you can always go with the fentanyl route if you want to be thin and angry.
And dead.
Fuck, dude. Go to the doctor and be like, "Hey, give me some of that fentanyl."
Yeah.
You might shit yourself once in a while, but
Yeah,
you'll
that's
be
all.
pretty.
God, I already shit myself enough.
How often do you shit yourself?
I got to fart. No,
I get the anxiety poops, man. So whenever it just like just things get hectic, it's like, "Oh shit, I gotta go shit."
You would not be a good
motherfucker's
dad
got
then,
scared
Doug. You're going to
shits.
be in the bathroom shitting all the time.
Oh, yeah,
He's got some
no.
big old scared shits just trying to get out of his butt.
What the fuck? I got Alex like whispering into the mic, and then I got Chud over here just.
Oh, well,
So-
shit.
I do kind of want to ask, and if we can cut this part out, I know you've tried to keep it pretty friendly with your competition, right? And I don't think we've actually pointed out. This is another thing, real quick. I don't think we've pointed out that you are the DFL nominee.
Oh, yeah, I am the
We
DFL
brought that up
endorsed nominee.
or the episode without him, but we didn't bring that up with him here. So
Yeah,
Okay. Now, where I was going,
DFL endorsed nominee.
there
Yep.
you go. There you go. DFL endorsed.
I got a sticker and everything.
Ooh.
so that
Fancy.
means like the whole.
It's surprising how many things are official with a fucking piece of paper.
The whole. the
I'm
whole-
officially smart because I have a piece
So
of
the
paper
whole
that
state
says I'm
should be
smart.
rooting for you for House 1A, then, right?
So, yes, it should be District 1A.
So,
All right.
you've been keeping it pretty peaceful with the opposition, right? So I don't really know a whole lot about the guy, and it sounds like things. Not like I said, I'm not trying to be shitty here, but it sounds like not a lot has been getting done in the time that your predecessors have been in charge.
Oh, he literally has done nothing. So he's a turkey farmer, and he sits on the turkey board for Northern Pride in town. So he's already special interest up. He does the parade, same as us, but I've seen him do nothing else. He's got no bills to his name. He hasn't sponsored nothing. He literally does nothing except for bitch about the Democrats ruining the state that he helps run.
The Culture War division is the only division he has.
That is it.
Right.
That is it. It's pure culture wars and everything. And yeah, no, he doesn't do anything. He doesn't do a damn thing. And he wants to be like, oh, well, I'm fucking endorsed by small business and everything. Like, well, you're endorsed by one small business pack that is heavily Republican, that wants no taxes and no regulation. That's not one to be proud of.
Right.
That's really not.
Okay, so you know how you say like they basically say they just don't want any tax and they want no like what's it called again?
Regulation?
Regulation. There we go. Thank you. They don't want any tax and they don't want any regulation. What I want to hear from them are specific things that they don't want done. You know what I mean? Because there's no fucking way you're not going to get taxed. There's no fucking way you're not going to be regulated. We all are in both ways. What do you want specifically to go away? You know,
And
like
these guys, they don't have an answer for that because they run in the safest districts they can find.
uh-huh.
They're not bringing their smartest guys out to play. And it's literally, hey, I have a face here. And he'll get it because it's a Republican in a red area.
Yeah.
But that's why he doesn't campaign. That's why he doesn't do anything. The dude's got over $30,000 and he's not doing anything with it for campaigning. It's like,
And I wonder, like,
What are you doing?
What is it? Yeah, because you said he's already held the position. What is it that you want to do with it? Like, why are you running again? What if you've done nothing?
yeah. It's because he can. And he's a turkey
It's
farmer
like you
and he
just want
gets
the-
people that give him. I'll straight up say he's probably getting bribed for turkey regulations. Because that's what he does. He is beholden to special interests.
Yeah.
But he's done nothing for the area.
Ew.
I mean, it doesn't sound like this time. I mean, it doesn't sound like the area has really gotten really anything out of it, right? Like I know there's a pool everyone's still upset over.
And that's the city. That'd be a whole other episode
Yeah.
of me bitching about the city.
It just doesn't seem like there's a whole lot of promises being kept in this area,
Oh, so
which isn't out of the norm for this country.
What I would want to, yeah, and also like, what I also would want to know, because I'm, well, I mean, I'm not gonna say that, I'm the only one who's like, I don't like Democrats. I don't think any of us do. Even the Democrats here probably have some have some stuff to say about the Democrats. So it's like, what? Because the DFL is the Democrats for farm and labor.
Democratic
Democrat
farm and labor.
farmer labor.
Democrat farmer laborers.
Yes.
So there's labor in the name.
Yep.
There's farmer in the name. So it's like, what would you say? Not just your goals, but the DFL as a whole want to, like, do you know what they want to push? Because you've mentioned the healthcare, you mentioned the senior care. So, like, what else is there when it comes to the goals of the DFL and stuff, and why? If like, if for some reason we have other Minnesotans listening, let's act like we do. What would be a reason for them to join in with not just your your belief and stuff, your goals, but also the goal of the DFL and stuff? Like, what would you say?
Well, we'll start on the farmers there first, because that one's kind of fun to get into. Farmers in Minnesota were, for the longest time, very Democrat. Like, we had blue everywhere, and then they just kind of switched over during Obama's term. Obama won this district up here in 08.
Yep.
And then he lost in 12, and then it's been going MAGA since. But the bills and everything getting written for farmers are all DFL based. The GOP actively votes against these farm bills in the state every year.
And then these farmers are voting against the DFL.
Yep, and the farmers are voting against the DFL. Now, the DFL has kind of abandoned the farmers to a point. This year running, there is 2 farmers running in the DFL. Out of, what do we got, 67 districts or something? So, like 134 reps. 2 of them are farmers that are running. Ooh. So there's not a lot of farmers in the DFL politically wise anymore, because they've kind of moved on, and a lot of it's culture wars. A lot of it is, hey, China's taken our land, which is untrue. But it's kind of come down to that. So the DFL continues to do what it can to get good bills passed for farmers, to continue our food supply uninterrupted and get decent prices. And the farmers are fighting every step of the way.
They're biting the hand that feeds them.
Exactly. Like,
okay. Well, so another huge one, because you said you'll start with the farmers, and of course, the farmers need a lot of, like, insurance.
Yep.
And they need a lot of, I think they need, like, land rights and stuff like that to help them, like, hold on to what they have.
So,
right?
Not quite on that, but you have crop insurance, which is regulated by the government.
Yep.
You have, like, CPR land, which is regulated by the government for them to not do anything so that they can have a natural habitat.
Oh, right.
And so you get paid a small amount for that. But a lot of them are fighting against, like, wetland protection, because they want to dump out all the ponds they have that birds rely on for migration.
Right.
Because they want that extra half an acre. They've been tearing out trees left and right to get that extra half an acre in there. And they're mad that people...
Making it windy as fuck here.
Making it windy as fuck, and the dirt in the air.
Yeah.
Like, literally, this is what caused the Great Dust Bowl topsoil erosion.
Yep.
And
when they harvest, too, it's bad.
Yeah, and that's every year.
Stuff,
you can't do much against that. But technology's gotten better on farmlands and everything, and it's becoming such a tech bro paradise for tractors and farming, and they're fighting everything. Like, John Deere makes tractors that if you do that field once, you will never have to sit in that tractor again. It will drive itself. It will do it all on its own. And it's crazy.
And I think part of that also could veer into the other part of the DFL, which would be the labor, because obviously you want to protect people's rights and stuff, and the idea of that self-driving tractor is fucking scary.
It is.
Oh yeah. You know, especially if, like, that farmer used to need to hire people that would, hey, we have a huge event that a lot of people do, the beet harvest and stuff.
Yeah.
Imagine if they don't need people to do that job anymore, which I guess all they're doing
massive amount of money out of the kind of
all they're doing is, like, bagging beets, I think, and throwing them
it's
on
literally
trucks.
They don't even bag them. They just have a tractor, pulls them up, dumps a load in, and you haul it off.
Yeah, like, they from what I heard of what the job was going to be, it sounds really, like, already pretty simple compared to, like, what people would say is slavery, like, out in the fields and shit. Like, they're not even doing that. It sounds pretty streamlined.
Yep.
And if they streamline it even more, it's like, cool, you're saving the farmer money, but now you're screwing over the other workers.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. People that aren't lucky enough to have enough land to farm and stuff. So that's a pretty good point to pivot and talk about like where where is the DFL on labor rights? I mean, another big company that we can mention here that we need to protect workers' rights at and stuff, as well as like the fragile ecosystem of like
Small towns.
yeah, well, you fuck up 3 times here in town. Where else are you getting hired?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, no, DFL is strong on pro-labor. My signs and everything were made in union shops. I make sure that I've been endorsed by, like, the AFL-CIO, one of the largest unions around in Minnesota. There's no unions in this district besides school and police, really. There's no labor unions at all.
The one bad union.
One half bad.
Yep.
One bad union, yeah. School unions, no, we need more of those.
Yeah. But it's tough up here is that there's very little in the way of actual labor protection and labor rights. We have 4 massive companies in this district. I mean, massive, where most of the money comes from is between those 4 companies. 2 major manufacturers, a window manufacturer that is huge in the Midwest.
Is that still Pennington?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
that's not Pennington. No, that's Roseau County.
Roseau.
But that's my district.
Your district? Okay, so that means 3 large manufacturers.
4. Or 3 manufacturers, and then...
Yeah, because...
Yeah, it's kind of manufacturing.
I'm not afraid of name-dropping Polaris. That's such a big company.
Yeah, we got Polaris, we got Marvin's, we got DigiKey, and we got Articat. Those are our 4 massive companies that almost everything in this area kind of caters to.
Yeah.
There's a lot of sub-businesses that go to that. And there's some other ones like Altos Mowers and everything, which are good businesses, but they're not the size
I
that
actually think a
others
guy
are.
wrote a business check at my job today from that company.
Altos, probably.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Central Boiler and Altos. They're the same building, just one of them, side of it makes outdoor furnaces, and the other one makes mowers.
There's also, I noticed there's like multiple Olsen companies, and I was like, is this the same family?
Oh, God. There's so many Olsons in this area. Like, if someone says their name is like Linda Olson, I'm like, I need a fucking social and birthday to narrow it down.
I was like, are you guys like a clan, or is this a different Olsen family? Like,
There's
help
a
me out
bunch
here.
of families out here.
This
Yeah.
town is actually based on the town Rock Ridge in in Blazing Saddles.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, it is good. It's so hard, like, where to start when it comes to labor rights. That's such a broad thing. And it's such a, like, I don't know where to start. No one knows where to
And
start.
Minnesota's done some great stuff, like with the Leave Act there.
Yeah.
That they cannot deny you leave if you are pregnant or just need sick time off and everything.
Yep.
And it's like, why would you not want that?
Why would you advocate against that?
Yeah.
But
basic time off.
There is a thing that sucks, and it's not necessarily really bad, but there is a certain company that one of us works at, and I used to work at, where you don't, like, that act has that time you should accrue from that act has nothing to do with what they give you, because they already offered you the stuff.
Yeah.
Which is kind of like one of those things that sort of sucks, because in a way, I don't know. So I've worked at 2 of these companies out of the 4, and the way working there works is basically you live here. You don't get to fucking live your life outside of this. If you have any other interests, like,
Drop them.
too fucking bad, you better accrue enough PTO or UTO to cover this, otherwise you're getting in trouble. And to be fair, or not to be fair, to be, at least they didn't just fire me right away, because I did dip on one, and then I saw it going down for the other one. I'm like, dude, I gotta go. I've got a defensive leave. Look, I didn't want a termination on my resume, so I quit.
Right.
So, it's one of those things that sucks that the way that works, though, because it sounds like so. I think a boomer would hear me and be like, "Well, you're saying that what they did isn't good enough?" And it's like, okay, but we need leave for fucking personal time, because these guys aren't gonna, like, give you enough, because they want to basically hold you hostage.
Yeah.
And I get it, because especially after the pandemic, there was a lot of shortages. And I know one company totally gets screwed if someone misses their job, because I know what that feels like for someone not to come in. It's like, fuck, now I gotta work twice as hard to keep up with this stupid thing. But, like, there needs to be something for these people, because some people, actually, I think everybody in a way is at these companies are killing themselves.
Oh, yeah.
Killing themselves doing these jobs.
Yep. And so much of that is going to require a complete change in American culture. Because there's still so much on the grind culture. And, oh, yeah, I worked 80 hours this past 2 days. Mm-hmm. It's like, that's not cool, bud.
I took the reason I took the lowest paying job out of the options I was having, and that's because of something I've learned recently this year, and I was like, it's time is another currency. And, if I can make just enough to get by, that's cool, because now, as long as I can keep enough of my own, of that currency, of time, to, be able to do some more stuff. And I'm easing into that, because I'm easing into the new schedule starting tomorrow, actually.
Nice.
So, it's one of those things that sucks that you got to push for, like, yeah, it's almost, though, like you said, almost a philosophical movement of, like the 4-day work week's a good start.
Yep. It doesn't work for every job. No. But it's great for so many things.
If you do like option, God, you know how many people, because you just said the grind mindset or whatever. Mm-hmm. You know how many people would still work a 5-day work week if they got like a minimal amount of overtime for that or something?
No thanks. I miss my 3/12 work shifts working in the hospitals. Yeah. That was the best work shift I ever did. 3 12-hour days? Fuck yeah, let's do it.
Yeah. And it's like, if you looked at, some of these jobs, the 4 big manufacturing jobs, I know one of them can't absolutely do it. DigiKey absolutely can do it. Because the way they're set up, dude, they just need people to be in there.
Yep.
They just need people to be in there and do the job. So if one person decides, I want to do 3 12s, they should be able to do it.
Yeah.
And then one person can be like, I want to do 5 8s. They should be able to do it, because all they need, the only thing for their company to work, is for people to be at these places to work the station, to do the thing, to fill the order. And it's like, they have enough people that are willing to do different time frames and all that they can keep people there all day.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. But it's. And I'm slipping and letting my mask down for this one, to be like, the only thing screwing them over in this success, and if for the listeners who don't know, yes, I quit that job. I'm talking about DigiKey. Is their management they're screwing everything up when it could be so simple. Just work there, just work there, have the people do the work, and don't try to overshoot every single goal. Sometimes meeting the goal is just fine.
Yep.
Because they try to innovate too much and fuck themselves hard.
Yeah. I hate to go back to the whole 3/12s thing, but like, I'm coming from the complete opposite, where you sign up for the 3/12. I mean, not the last one, but the one before, mm-hmm. where you sign up, where you're like, all right, I'm gonna work 3 12s this week, and I'll have 5 12s the next. Mm-hmm. It's very seldom where you're just getting that time. Oftentimes you're working 14 days straight.
And that's also, I think, you're the one that's different for that too.
Is and that was with a union.
They also told you, or made you feel obligated to mm-hmm. cover for them. Yeah. With that false sense of family. DigiKey tries to do that. They try to tell you we're a family, but it's big enough where you're like, no, we're not.
Yeah.
That team's small enough where you felt like you were a part of a family. And, that's the same thing happening at my current job. I notice a lot of people are real close, and I'm like, I'm saying
nope.
Keeping that wall right between them, because no, I won't.
Well, I mean, new job, my whole goal is just be a gray man. I'm there to work.
Be a cog, because that's all they see you as.
Yeah, I'm a number. I'm gonna be the number right now.
Just cleaning the back rooms back here. Don't worry about me.
I'm not doing the overtime, and I'm gonna learn what makes me useful, but not to the point where you can use me.
Yeah. Well, also, like, Lord willing, there aren't any catastrophes in the world that make them shitty and make them do stuff, because I think there was a point where there was a catastrophe in the world that made them do a real good thing, and then they got greedy once they saw the success of it. And then they man.
Yep.
And then the other job I just recently quit. No, they their issues are completely different because their whole production model's crazy. Of like, hey, here's a thing. It's on a timer. We need to keep, any mistake happens, we don't want to stop this thing. So hurry the fuck up and fix it. So there's a lot of problems that happen, and they fall behind because of that. It's like, oh yeah, that model sucks.
Yeah.
I thought it was gonna be like the cartoons, where there's just a fucking belt and you put one thing on.
Yeah.
Right?
Not quite.
It's crazy shit, man. It's tough being out here and realizing that you have limited options on so many things, but
A lot of options in California, but they don't fucking pay.
nope.
Yep. And then out here, there's a few options, but man, dude, be prepared to be that number and be prepared for the literal Scrooge McDuck. Like,
Yeah.
Well, you either are that number, or they do the whole thing where like they expect you to, be like a good brother.
they expect you to be the henchman.
Yeah, they expect. Well, it's like you need to cover for this person because they're going through this, and they can fuck around, but you dare have a bad day.
Yep.
Fuck
Yep.
you.
Yep.
That's a lot of that in California from like my memory, and I see those red flags before my current job. I'm like, nope, keeping that wall up. I ain't giving a fuck. There is one opportunity I see happening at one of those companies, and that's the return of what I will tell everybody. I will always endorse this career path. Contract security.
Yeah.
Contract security is fucking not a great job.
But it's a reliable one.
Dude, the whole idea of, hey, you just need to be there.
Yeah.
They will literally find, like most places will literally find a fucking schedule that you could fit, a place that you can get to. Some companies, probably not out here, but some companies in like bigger cities and stuff, even if you don't drive and shit, they might help you get to your fucking post.
Yeah.
Because I've had to pick up a fucking scrub in California that didn't have a car a couple times to get them to the post we both work at.
And sometimes it's as simple as just sitting in a field and just
Yep.
This field is untouched. I'm just gonna sit here.
Hey, it's not on fire because that's something that could happen here for some reason,
Oh yeah.
And that one,
Dude, I had
that's
pizza
coming-
delivered one time, just in a field.
Did you say that one day is coming?
No, I said that one that's coming, the contract security to replace the security at Articat. I think they're not going to realize all the shit that security there actually helped with. And they're going to be all like, oh, this was a fucking mistake.
Oh, that's a really good company, though. I'm stoked on
What
that
did
company coming
what did
here.
security supposedly help with? You mean like as in they would work on the
So,
line? Of
no, half of
manufacturing,
us
or-
were fucking janitorial as well.
Oh,
And we were the emergency response if, a fucking hose line broke and there's coolant everywhere. So I got those calls at 3 a.m. It's like, hey, there's fucking 500 gallons of coolant on the floor. It's like, okay, I'll be right there. And just even closing the simplest shit because engineers don't know how to close a door.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Well, sometimes
Yeah, no
at
kidding.
specific posts, they do add those extra little tasks of being like, hey, you need to do this, you need to do that. But the thing that I like about these companies is they will like debate the fucking person who has the contract and be like, no, you think we're going to be a fucking janitor? No, pay us more.
no, that's why I think
Yeah.
the contract guys are going to be just fine, but I think Articat's going to realize they fuck it up there.
They're gonna. I mean, especially with, the temp agency with DigiKey too. There's another one where the people like they take care of their contractors, not with the time off and all that stuff like I was mentioning earlier, but with just being like, no, we're not gonna do more than your people do. It's like I respect that in a company, even if they're like a temp company and or still don't pay great benefits or whatever. The pay was decent with the contract company. I actually had to quit that company because I did get hired with them, but then they didn't give me a job anywhere.
Oh, shit.
Well, one cool thing about working in a job like security is most places, if you're going to college, you can do all your work right there,
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
and you'll be fine.
Mm-hmm.
You're not going to be behind, just as long as you get up and
Walk around.
once every hour you walk around and make sure everything's good,
This is
then you
the-
sit right back down where you were.
Yeah, and this is depending on the job. Some jobs do want you to be almost near constant panning cameras and stuff like that. Depends. There are degrees of security, and it's crazy that like still one of the most stressful jobs I did, I was getting paid $14 a fucking hour for.
Dude,
Ouch.
I was searching
Ouch.
vehicles for explosives for $14.
Yeah,
an
I was
hour.
watching for fucking I was watching for eco terrorists and fucking having to catch my account manager who would break into the site to make sure you're not lacking. And it's crazy because like there's blind spots and they know the blind spots on the camera, so it's like, hey, if you're not panning the camera, or if you're panning the camera near constant, you can miss him because he's in their blind spot. So if they're walking up the street and you panned away from them, you can miss them going up the street. Yeah. And luckily, the day they did it on my shift, and the patrol guy was driving in, so they fucked up because they went to cross the street, and the guy drives up, and immediately was like, "Hey man, what you doing here?" Like, he recognized the manager immediately, like, "Oh, what you doing?" He's like, "Oh, nothing. We're just checking the place out or whatever." Like, it was just real casual. And he calls, he's like, "Hey, the manager's here, just letting you guys know, just warning you guys." And it was like, he basically shot him. He didn't say, like, "I'm doing an audit, don't tell him." So he's just like, "Oh, yeah, I saw him over there." And we're like, "Oh, fuck, really?" Because we all missed it. And, like, other people had missed it and lost their job. Like, they got to the office.
Ooh, God.
Those guys lost their job. But, luckily, patrol driver, wanted the small talk, and...
Hell yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah. Patrol drivers. That's how you go.
Chances are you'll get a lot of really interesting stories, too.
Yep. Gosh, should we close this one out? This is a long
Oh,
one.
damn.
I know
This is
we
our
lost-
longest episode.
Yeah, we probably did lose some, at least a minute to the edit. But,
Leave it in, Alex. Leave it in.
No.
So, James, do you have any final words on your, no, not specific, any last thoughts as far as, basically if you win and the path forward with the DFL and, the whole shebang?
Well, it really comes down to just getting the election over with. A lot of what I've been doing is trying to push margins, because it's not just about my office. It's about state offices. It's about national offices.
Mm-hmm.
If we can push margins here and there, 1 or 2%, it makes a big difference down ballots. And that's all we can really hope for. Hopefully we get good candidates throughout the next couple of years. Try to take back Minnesota CD7 for the federal house, because that was blue for 35 years under Colin Peterson. And now Michelle Fischbach has it, and she's a nutter.
Yeah.
But it's...
She's got ads everywhere.
Well, her husband owns the Minnesota Right to Life Foundation, which is the anti-abortion group.
The one with the fucking billboard.
Yeah, and
You mean the people that are the reason why abortion should stay a thing?
Yes. And they seriously give millions of dollars to her campaign. Like, she will never hurt for money. But again, she doesn't have to do much of anything for campaigning at all. She doesn't do parades. She doesn't go out. She's got a coffee social once a week in whatever random town she decides to go to. But until people kind of wake up and realize that she's not helping them, what do? We need good candidates that want to run for that state office, and it's tough. Yeah. I'm running a local office. I have the second largest district in Minnesota, so it's still big.
Yeah.
But Minnesota CD7 is from the top of the state all the way down to the bottom. It's huge, and it takes a lot of time and effort. And it's hard to get people to want to run. It's hard to get people to want to put yourself out there like that.
Yeah.
And, if anyone listening to this and you want to get involved, just go talk to people. Door knock once or twice. See how you can handle it from there. Like, a lot of times running for some districts are just showing up and saying, "Hey, I'll do it." Because it's tough to want to do. And, we haven't gotten any death threats this year. But that happened 2 years ago. Yeah. And this year's been surprisingly chill for a presidential election year.
Yeah.
Yep.
But, you got to put yourself out there. You got to be willing for people for Googling you and being like, "Hey, I found your dick pics." I'm like, "Yeah, I know. I put them there." And it comes up.
I think you should probably explain that a little bit.
Oh yeah, there's pictures of my dick on the internet.
Oh no
So
shit.
if you go searching enough, you'll find it.
Great explanation.
hilarious.
Yeah, that's what I was looking for. Yeah.
So a long time ago, there was a Reddit post, or I made a Reddit post, because I'm all fucked up body-wise. Like, the left side of my body is larger than the right. So I was doing an Ask Me Anything there about it, and someone asked about my dick. And I'm like, yeah, see, the left side's larger. So I showed them my dick, so they could see that the left side's larger than the right. And if you go and find that post, you'll find my dick.
Nice.
There you go.
All right, there
So
you go, ladies and gentlemen. This has been Hanging with the Hooligans.
I see what you did there.
You can be hanging with other hooligans.
You know.
You go Googling enough.
Yeah. I hope you. I wish you much success in your career, even though you said you didn't want to win. Yes,
Well,
you
I
do.
figure if I have
He
any
does.
expectations, they can get shattered. If I go in with none, it's all up from there.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's a good way to think
Yep.
about it. It'd be nice to, you get high enough so we could all meet Ilhan Omar, who I think we were simping for.
Oh, Ilhan Omar,
Can
yeah.
we do that on the pod or off the pod?
No, I think that was on the pod, not our last episode, the
If
episode
not,
before.
if not, we love you,
Ilhan Omar, oh yeah.
AOC, we also love you.
We love you guys.
Who's the other Minnesota?
You have you
chick?
ladies.
Oh.
Minnesota government people.
Well, there's like
Yeah,
Amy
yeah, yeah.
Klobuchar. She's fucking awesome.
Amy
Yeah,
Klobuchar.
Amy Klobuchar. Yeah, we love you. AOC's not Minnesota.
I saw
but
her
she's
at
New York.
I saw her at like I think it was District
would've-
7.
Yeah, you would have seen. No, that would have been in Duluth.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's where I went.
Yeah, that's not
Except-
District 7. That's Minnesota State. District 7 was when we were in Moorhead.
Oh, okay. Okay, so yeah, it was the other one then.
Yeah.
But yeah, nah. I missed her vote, but I got to see her do her
Walz,
speech.
we love you. Yeah, that's another Minnesota
Yep.
politician.
Tim Walz
AOC,
is
I
pretty
added in
sweet.
just because,
And give
She's a
a
cool
shout out to
person.
Tim
Mutual
Walz for
aid
getting
is
to that
huge.
national stage, man. Like
Dude,
that's awesome.
Coming in clutch with that VP, I was so wrong on my predictions on who. would
Yeah,
get that,
no,
but
I heard
he's
all
killing
these
it.
other names, and then I heard Tim Walz from Minnesota. I'm like, who the fuck's Tim Walz?
Yep.
He's our governor. What?
After I looked him up, I was like, dude, I love this guy. I wish he was the guy running for president.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, no.
Tim Walz is the dad that Fox News took away from so many people.
Yep.
Straight up.
Yep.
He's a cool dude.
He just didn't fall for the bullshit, man.
Yeah.
That is actually true. I don't know if I should say that on the pod, actually. No, fuck it. Oh, fuck it. I'll say it.
Oh,
Jay has made
boy.
complaints about her dad, who her dad is awesome.
Yeah.
But he is getting a little fox-pilled, apparently.
It happens to a
Yeah.
lot of people, especially out here.
Yeah.
Getting a little fox-pilled. But, yeah, well, that's what happens first when you start being, anti-politics, because you always lean a little right when you're American,
Yep.
All right, well, I'm Chuck. Links in the bio. Description. Don't forget to like and follow us. Don't forget about Dougly Sticks TikTok. He doesn't have anything there yet.
I ain't got nothing on there yet, but always go find me, Dougly Stick. DOUGLYSTICK.
And of course,
Douglas Stick OnlyFans coming soon.
Yep.
and of course, James Seville for 1A or House 1A.
Yep.
DFL nominee.
You
Yep.
can look up my
Yeah.
website, seville4mn.com. I actually recently updated it with all my endorsements on there.
If you guys happen to agree with us politically, and you're Minnesotan and you want to get in the mix, like James said, I guess start with the DFL.
Yeah, find
Doug
your
joined
local
the fucking
DFL.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you could do something useful.
Doug is a
because-
DFL officer, right?
Yeah, we could
Yeah.
all sit around.
I literally walked in and they gave me a position. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, we could all sit around and bitch on, like the way we're doing right now.
Yeah.
Well, maybe last episode more of. But, if you guys want to take action, it's as easy as just joining the DFL and then, I don't know, sitting around while they debate. There's stuff to do. There's things
There's always
you can
something to do. Remember, coming up to vote, November 5th is election time. If you've not done your early voting, your mail-in ballots, find out where you're at.
I got that
Yeah.
shit in the mail, I think.
Yep.
They mailed me something. I'm mailing that shit in.
Just about every state
Tim Walz
Secretary
for
of State
president.
website will have some sort of link on where, how, and why to vote. Check it out. Don't be like, I just don't vote. Vote, because otherwise you're dumb. I don't know.
Yeah, here's the thing. They're already signing you up for the draft. You may as well sign up to vote for yourself.
Yeah, here we come, Sleeping Dragon. Just kidding, it's Iran. All right.
Oh, can I just say one little thing on the whole Iran thing? I
for it.
really
Of
hope
course.
that we find out that the Jews really do have a space laser. If nothing else happens from all of this, I want them to actually have a space laser.
Throwing down orbital. Gosh. Hey, aren't they also called stratagems on Helldivers?
Yeah.
Oh my God! Come on, guys. All right, that's a horrible place to end off, but
That's our episode.
Trains!
trains.